Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. We're going to be covering three things here. Number one, we're going to look at the Cold War tanks in the store. Number two, we're going to look at the World War II tanks in the store. And number three, we're going to look at another offer, which is Tanks for Free Experience, which is freaking awesome. I'm going to get to that in this video. I wanted to keep it relatively concise so it doesn't take an hour, which sometimes, these videos will take. But anyway, this one will be much shorter. So we're going to cover the basic stuff. And if you like what you see, please leave a like for this video. It'll help spread the word to people around YouTube, people who need to see this, especially the newer players who don't know as much as maybe you do. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I make an average of over 2 videos a day. Lots of fun stuff, educational stuff, instructional stuff, cool stuff that people in my group of gaming have done. Sometimes really cool stuff that's done to us by somebody else, and we have to acknowledge excellence where we see it, even if it's from those jerks on the other team. I'm just kidding, you know what I mean. So we'll lament the fact that they were great, but greatness needs to be acknowledged, whether it's yours or somebody else's. So that's one of the things we do here. So we're going to look at these tanks and cover the basic stuff about these and what you might or might not have known. So let's take a look at this, shall we? M3A1 Bradley vehicle. It's terrific. My information from people who have this say it's absolutely fantastic. I've seen it in action and it's darn good. Okay, it's very impressive. All right, now, we never buy the ultimate packages of these tanks. We never buy the loaded packages of these tanks because they sell you things for gold, which you pay real money to get, when you could get the same exact things with silver, which you can earn in the game. So when and if I buy one, I would buy the M3A1 Bradley basic package. That's what this is. It is a killer tank. This is essentially the same tank as the Era 3 version with a couple of minor changes. Number one, the Era 3 version is a tech tree tank. You don't have to pay for it, but the line to get to that tank is very long. So basically your choices are, if you want the ultimate version of this tank, play the tech tree, go down that line, and at the very end, you get the butt kicker in Era 3. Now, if you don't want to do that, and you want to play it in Era 2, or maybe you want to do both, hey, what the heck? This is Era 2. So in Era 2, this version has a silver bonus. It's just really cool. Let me show you. Let's go to the overview, hit the Y button. That would be triangle if you're on PlayStation. And you see the premium bonus, silver 150. That means there's a 50% silver earning bonus. Awesome. Tank experience bonus if you're doing operations or other things, 25% bonus there. If you're worried about commander bonus, you get a 10%. That's the standard for basically just about any Cold War tank. Some tanks have more, but the standard is 10% bonus. That's, to give you an incentive to play these games. Also, you are going to make more cash than World War II. All right, so let's go back here. Check it out. It is cool. This is a tow missile launching vehicle, which you'll find those tow missiles also on the Ignis from Warhammer. You'll find it from the WZ-122. Of course, the Weasel, which is a vicious little beast. And some other ones like Merkavas, etc. There's other tanks that also have missiles and they all work the same. Pretty cool. All right, so highly recommend the Bradley. But if you're going to buy it, don't buy the super duper expensive versions because it's gold costs you money. All right, so we got that. Cold War Rangers. These are good. Let's look at this. You got NM116, which is a killer sniper tank, small, very mobile. If you're interested in this, you also get the FV214 Conqueror Mark II. I played the Tech Tree Conqueror, and it was surprisingly strong and was really good. Its only problem for me is that it didn't have a silver bonus. So it just wasn't a premium tank. So that speaks for itself if that's what you're interested in. Now, this is something I can tell you, this is top-notch business right here. This is, but there's a slight problem, and I'll tell you what the problem is. This is the T-72 Ural. This is a very cool tank. Let me show you what the deal is. Let's go back over here. Overview, Y or Triangle on PlayStation. Check this out. Okay. Silver bonus, 50%. That's fantastic. Tank experience bonus, only 10%. That's fine. Commander experience bonus, 25. That's really one of the things. 25 is the highest that there is so far in Cold War. So this is one of the best commander experience builders in the Cold War if that's what you want to do. Very terrific. Now, the thing is about this one, the only negative about this bundle is that this T-72 Ural is available if you're doing the War Heroes Legends Commanders and you get all 20 commanders. This tank is one of the 4 tanks that's available for free if you get all 20 commanders. I have, 10 from the first 2 weeks. So I have 5 from week 1, 5 from week 2. So 2 more weeks, I'm getting this tank for free. So would I really recommend you buy this? Not really. Unless you already have the T-72 Ural, because the commanders, there's 4 tanks to choose from for free. Now, if you already have a T-72 Ural, it's fantastic because you'd be getting this killer AGS sniper. It's a light tank that's a sniper. This thing is a monster. This was the very first tank that I ever scored over 10,000 damage in one game. So if I was you considering buying this because I already had the T-72 Ural, number one, what you would get is a refund in gold for that Ural. Okay? Basically, you're getting this sniper tank if you want it. But other than that, it's great, but you can get that Ural tank for free if you collect all those 20 commanders. Okay, if you don't know what that's about, leave a message, contact me on here. I'll get to it, no problem. But just make sure you ask in the question, tell me that you have the Ural, etc., etc. Okay. Captured exhibits. Let me look at this one. This is T-62M1, T-55 Enigma, which I have already, and T-72M1. Pretty good stuff. Starting to get a little pricey. It's just personal preference stuff. Now, personally, I don't have these T-62M or the T-72M, but I do have the T-55 Enigma, which is really good. So, kind of, these are supposed to be pretty good tanks. I mean, they're tough when I fight them. Let's put it that way. I don't have either of the like I said, the 62 or the 72. But I do have the Enigma, which is good. That came to us several seasons ago. Guidance required. These are also very good. I have this main battle tank 70. Very good tank. Has 5 rockets. All right, 5 missiles. It has another advantage, is that it will go backwards exactly the same speed it goes forward. It has a top speed of 70 each way. Super fantastic. So its retreat factor with the gun facing the enemy is awesome. All right. My friend got the AMX 13 SS-11. This is an autoloader. It's an AMX autoloader tank, Cold War, with 4. Well, I'm sorry, with a what do you call it? So you got a pod of basically 4 missiles that you could fire and then reload. A total butt kicker. So this is one of those things, if you're looking for this kind of stuff, it is killer. I just don't have this tank myself. I have other missile launchers. I have the Weasel. I have the Ignis. So it's not that... the only reason I don't have this personal SS tank is I really don't need it, but I do like it. Okay, I have several. This is an Era 2 tank. So I have a, what do you call it? G.I. Joe Armadillo. I have several other, the Ignis, and I have a lot of other great Era 2 tanks. I don't really need this, but I do like it, and I do want it, but it's one of those things, like, it's kind of overkill. So, a lot of terrific stuff here. Let's go check out World War II. All right. Here we have the World War II tanks. We have the Resolutions, Caliban, and AMBT. Those come from the Resolutions website. We're not going to cover that here. If you need information on Resolutions, leave me a message. I'll get back to you. Okay. FV4201 Chieftain prototype. This is the loaded version. This is the ultimate version. They charge you more. Whoops. Oh, there we go. If you're going to buy it, buy the basic model. Same story as all the other tanks. They're going to charge you for items that you'll pay silver to get, but you're going to use gold, and that costs you real money at some point. So always buy the cheapest version. Trust me on this one. Vipera. Really good. Super frontal armor. Really a nice sniper tank. Its only weakness is that it faces 9s and 10s as well as 8s. So if you like those kind of, situations, terrific tank. Now we're getting to some fun stuff. The Bovington Special for Tank Fest. The Fury is an absolutely awesome tank. Tier 6 Sherman, bargainish price, drives like a dream. I was completely thrilled. I have a review of this tank. It's awesome. Another Bovington Special, the Tiger 131, another awesome tank. One of the most important things about this tank, it's tier preferential. This is a tier 7, if I remember correctly. Yes, tier 7. It plays up to tier 8. So you don't have to play 9s. It's a terrific Tiger tank. I have this. It's great. Another Bovington Special, the Tog 2. It's a giant land yacht. If that appeals to you, fine. Now, it does have a pinup girl you can put on the sides of it if you want to buy this tank. It doesn't do anything for me personally, but hey, it isn't about me. It's about you. So there is a killer, if you like those pinup girls. I have a couple of them, but I don't have the Tog 2 because it's just atrocious to play, in my opinion. Bovington Special A43 Black Prince. I have this tank. Pretty cool. All right. Haven't played it, but it's just one I got. It's cool. Shashka. I have this. I have played it. It is pretty awesome. All right. Caliban. Now, this is the regular offer. You'll notice the Caliban was also here on the Resolutions website. So on the Resolutions website, it's $51.50. This is exactly the same tank as the Caliban base. So if you're going to buy the Caliban, don't get it here. Contact me if you're not doing Resolutions. I can help you do it, and it'll save you a ton. Okay. Again, Caliban Loaded and Caliban Ultimate. Overpriced. Don't waste your time or money. If you buy it, get it from Resolutions for dirt cheap, $51.50. Now, British Engineering. Cheapest price. You get the Excelsior, the Cromwell B, and a British Bulldog. Pretty cool. I'm not a big British tank guy personally, so I don't have this, but man, it's hard to beat this price. That's a British Bulldog is a tier 6, Cromwell is a tier 6, and the Excelsior is a tier 5. Pretty darn good deal if you're into British tanks. I just am not. Oh, so that's how it is. 17 pounders. Black Prince prototype, which you saw there, and the Tog 2. You get them if you want those 2 tanks. This one gives it to you at a bargain price. that's cheaper than if you paid the separate price. The separate price here would total for those two $48.50. If you buy them together for whatever reason, you're going to save $800. That's up to you. Stepping Stones. FV4202. This is a World War II Tier 8, if that floats your boat. It also includes the awesome 4211 Era 2 Cold War monster. This is a monster. I think of all tank tiers where you pick its top tank, this is the top tank of this Era 2 tier, in my opinion. There's a lot of good ones in this era, though. But in my opinion, this is the top tank of that tier or era. And I think it's the top, it's the best. If you selected the top tanks from each tier or era, 1 through 10 and then 1 through 3 on the eras, I think this would be the, the pound for pound winner is the best tank in the game. That's my opinion. And I am not a heavy tank guy, and it's an awesome heavy tank. I play it a lot because it's killer. Dueling Stars. Now, this is another terrific bargain, potentially. I have both of these tanks. This is the Sherman 131, tier preferential. Tier 7 plays up to tier 8, as long as you're not in a platoon that plays a regular tier 7 that could play tier 9s. But so you have to be careful. You have to play this with tier preferential tanks or play it by yourself. You're automatically limited to tier 8. You also get Sherman Fury, tier 6. Just an absolute butt kicker, but this also plays up to tier 8. I have a review on this tank. It's phenomenal. It speaks for itself. Plus, you get a 2-dimensional War Daddy commander for your Fury. But it's a deal $67.50. The regular price would be $3,200 plus $4,800. That's $8,050. So instead of $8,050, if you buy the Dueling Stars, you're going to save $1,300 gold. I have both of these tanks. They're both excellent. If you don't have a Tiger tank, man, the 131 is one of the ones to get. The Sherman Fury is awesome. It's an Easy 8, same stats as the regular Easy 8. It's just up to you, whatever floats your boat. This is the Ultimate Vipera. Comes with the skin. Doesn't do that much for me, but that's just, personal taste. So basically, we've covered all of these awesome tanks. Now, I'm going to show you the tanks for free experience. Well, let me pause this and I'll be back in mere seconds. Here we are at Tanks for Free Experience. So if you haven't done this before, Tanks for Free Experience allows you to trade your free experience for tanks. What if I don't have enough free experience to get the tank that's listed? What a beautiful question. There's a converter in the store where you can convert gold into free experience, which is fine. I'll show it to you after we do the list of tanks. And it's a fair deal, and it's a great way to get the tank that maybe is a little, you don't have enough to get it. All right, we're going to look at these, one at a time. So, first thing you see here at the top of the list, we're just going to go straight from the top and work down. Object 777 version 2. That is a tier 9 tank. I'm going to give you a secret hint. For the most part, now this is opinion, you do whatever you want. That's the way it works. It's a tier 9. I have an Object 780 tier 10. So what did I do when I earned a Object 777 in an operation? I traded it in for something I wanted. I have a tier 10 Russian heavy tank. I don't need a tier 9 Russian heavy tank. That's just me. STRVK, tier 9 Swedish tank. Looks like a Centurion. Same story. Now, I don't have a tier 10 Swedish tank, which would be, Kronvagen is awesome. But once you have, it is a medium tank. I don't need a tier 9 medium tank. Traded that in too. Because in the trade-ins, tier 9s, you trade those in for $87.50 gold value. So I traded those in and got stuff I wanted that I would play. And that's the key. Now, if you want to play any of these tanks, that's awesome. If you don't, like me, get rid of them. The reason why I say get rid of the 9s is that the 9s are great if you don't have a 10. Once you have a 10, you're not going to touch this 9. It's just that's the way it is, as a general rule. Now, it's always good to make sure you have at least one 9 in case you have friends that want to run some kind of operation or whatever, so you can get in on that. That's fine. I'm not telling you what to do, just giving you the benefit of my experience, what I like to do, and I tell you up front. LT-432, I believe, is a Russian light tank. Don't have it, never played it. Now, I think it's a tier 8. The thing is, I have other tier 8s so that are the top of their game, basically. I don't need the LT-432. So, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I have something that I like more. HMH T-34-85M. I have the regular version of the 85M. I have other tanks. I have other versions of tanks that have HMH, and those are always awesome. So this would be very good, potentially. Check it out yourself and see what you think. Sturm VK-36. Doesn't do anything for me personally, but it's a Sturm VK, meaning it's a junior Tiger tank, basically. All right, Absolution. I have this tank. It's very good. It's a variation, it's built off of a Tiger 1. When you see it catch fire and blow up, you go, hey, where's my tank? That's a Tiger 1. That's an Absolution. It's a Tiger 1 with extra cosmetics on there. So, killer tank because, no, it's a Tiger 1. T6-100. This is a Russian, I think it might be a captured Tiger 1. So another good tank. Aufklärungspanzer Panther. Another light tank. Very good. I don't have this. I have other light tanks. Now, they're not German, but yeah, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. So, good tank. I just don't need another tier 8 light tank. Or tier 7. I think it's one of the two. I don't remember. Bison T-103 Russian sniper tank. I have the regular version of this that I got from a card. So just the T-103. The Bison has cosmetic barbed wire on it, which looks awesome. So, man, that turret is as big as a house. I swear, that thing's a monster. It looks like an observatory from a university. It's got a big giant dome on there. I'm just saying. Glory IS-5 is obviously an IS series heavy tank. If that does something for you, terrific. It does nothing for me, so I don't know much about it, to be honest. E-25, a terrific fixed gun, non-turret German tank destroyer. Very fast, good tank. Everyone who has it says it's great. Motherland is another Russian medium tank. If that appeals to you, great. Doesn't do much for me personally, but whatever. Mauerbrecher VK-168. That is a big monster tank. Kind of cool. Has 4 tracks. So, kind of an awesome tank, actually. It appeals to some, doesn't appeal to others. Stryker Kanonenjagdpanzer. This is the same as a KJ. I just call it a KJ Panzer, which is Kanonenjagd. Shortcut, that would be KJ Panzer. It's the same thing like the E-25. Fixed cannon on the front, no turret. They go very fast. They're good. There's a KJ Panzer regular with a 90mm, KJ Panzer 105 with a 105mm, and then this is the third version, the Stryker. It's a cosmetic version. So I think it's a cosmetic version of the 105. I don't remember what gun for sure. Don't hold me to that. But they're all three in the same basic family. They're all basically the same body with different guns or camouflages or whatever. Draugen Lansen C is a Swedish medium tank. I don't have one, but I'm not a big medium tank guy, and I don't need a Draugen. Although it's a good tank, you see it in matches. And the fact you see it somewhat frequently in matches tells you that it's good. General T-27 is a Czechoslovakian heavy tank, I believe. So that is good. Doesn't do much for me personally. That's the only thing. Type 59D, Cold War Era 3 medium tank. Very expensive. I want to say that dude is a 14,000 or more gold tank in the Cold War store. So just give you the heads up on that. I don't have that. I have the M60AX, and I'm happy with the M60AX. But people who have it, they say the 59D is really good. WZ-122 Cold War Era 2 medium tank with rockets. I have it. Very good tank. If you master this tank, it's really awesome. Leopard 1A1 Cold War Era 2 medium tank has an awesome skin, which I have. It's a very good tank. The armor is kind of average, so you don't want to take a lot of damage, obviously, but it's not super armor. And the last one you have is the Cold War Era 2, I think, Object 934 Russian light tank. So myself, I'm leaning towards either the, what is that? Type 59D, or let me go back and double check this, make sure. It's like there's a couple of ones that are like okay, you know, it's a kind of a toughie. The thing about the Object 777 and the STRVK, they're tier 9s, and when they have tanks, when they have tank trade-ins, like I said, it's an 8750 credit for either one of those tanks, which I have traded those in for good stuff. But the tank trade-in, you know, requires them to have something good to trade. So it's one of those things that it just depends what you're interested in. If there's nothing that you like, don't do anything. Wait about 2 or 3 months. Bango, you'll get another opportunity for tanks for free experience. You don't have to get something today. Well, this week, you know, ends Monday night. You know, or really, actually, it's early Tuesday morning in the wee hours, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But again, that's going to vary on your time. Time zone. That's it. Okay. I'm Central. It's about 3. Well, it's technically like 5 in the morning time zone in Central. Whatever. So, whatever floats your boat. But my gut reaction is I'm waiting for Type 59D, I suppose. Really, Mauerbrecher is also kind of cool. Not sure. I haven't decided for sure what I'm doing. But that's just the deal. You have different options available. And there's a lot of great tanks because, as you can tell, I already told you I have a bunch of these tanks. We'll just go right again with tanks I do already have. Leopard 1A1, WZ-122. I have a version of the Bison T-103. I have the Absolution. I have the other version of the HMH T-34-85M, just the regular T-34-85M. But it's always good if you can find something that's interesting to you. Everybody's different. And I've gotten some great tanks out of tanks for free experience. But realistically, to me, the Type 59D is probably like the best one for me. I just don't really need to get another tier 9 at this point. I'd have to pay the difference on my account in gold. So, and I have to show you the gold converter to get the free experience that you need. But there's a lot of great tanks. If you don't have them, they'd be great to add. E25 is a tier 7, which is kind of cool because it's like the tier 7 version of the Striker. The Striker KJ Panzer is a tier 8. And that means you'll play 10s with the Striker. In the E25, your top one is 9s. It's a slight difference, but it does matter. So again, it will depend on your own personal interest of what is floating your boat. If none of these jump off the page at you, that's fine. Another thing about tier 9s, the objects, 777 and the STRVK. Tier 9s are tanks that do not appear in cards. So you cannot get gold. If you get one of them waiting to get lucky with a long haul card, you're never going to get one. I'll just tell you right now, that's why I got rid of mine. They don't make you silver. They have no silver bonus. They don't make you gold because you can't get them again from a card. And if it doesn't come from a card, you won't get gold. So the rest of those tanks can all be had now, except for the bottom 4, which are Cold Wars. The Type 59D, WZ-122, Leopard 1A1, Object 934. You won't get gold for those either. They don't come from cards. So that will help you get them if you want to keep them. But if you want to expect to make a profit from an investment, I wouldn't do that on those. That's just me personal. But there's a lot of cool stuff in here that you can look at. And you can check out the list yourself. Go on the tech tree. I'm sorry, the premium tech tree. And check out whatever floats your boat. Like I said, there's a lot of good stuff. The T6-100 is a Russian Tiger 1. So kind of a cool tank if you don't have a Tiger 1, but you have enough free experience to get it. Well, you can get it for free. It's just that simple. It literally is free. Doesn't cost you any extra if you have that much experience. I always save my free experience for just such a reason. So, I mean, the cool stuff. Motherland is a cool tank if you're interested. It's a Russian, like, ceremonial tank. It looks pretty awesome. There's all kinds of good stuff to look at here. Just whatever works for you. So we've covered all of this stuff. I got to do one more thing, and that is the conversion. So let me pause this. I'll be back in a few seconds. All right, this is the convert resources. So let's see, convert vehicle experience. No, let's go convert gold. No, let's convert gold to silver. We're not doing that. Convert commander or convert to free XP. This is what you want. So what basically boils down to is you're going to get where is my it's 37. So it's 1,000 gold. We're going to do this. $1,000 gold is going to turn into 37,000 free experience. So let me show you this. The longer you hold it, the faster it goes. So that's the problem. There we go. It's not bad. So you got to do this like kind of jabby kind of a way, very short, because it can just take it all or whatever. It can give you too much and then give you too little, but you'll get, you'll get it. You'll figure it out, and you can just tap it like this, and same story happens. Man, I hate this. It's really annoying. But just stick with it. Trying to get to that. There we go. Pretty close. There we go. So, if you're 37,000 short on your exchange, it'll cost you 1,000 gold to get it, which isn't bad. Basically, that is For 3,000 gold, that would be 111,000 free experience. So that will help you out as far as the conversion is considered if you're short on a tank. If nothing really jumps out at you, don't get one. Wait, and something else will be different. Something else will come up. And that's the thing that, you know, it's an opportunity that's kind of cool. But there's nothing wrong with saying, you know, not this time. We'll just go and wait for something else to come up that's more interesting. That's, you know, in your style of play, which is perfectly fine. So that's the thing about tanks for free experience. It's great stuff, but don't be crazy. You don't have to go crazy to get that. Now, objectively, you know, if you're, like I said, if you're short on a little bit, that's fine. You can get some great deals. I have picked up stuff like that main battle tank 70. Picked that one up for about 2,500 converted gold because I was short of the free experience. So I paid 2,500 gold basically for that MBT 70. Terrific. I've done that several times. Okay, I got some really outstanding tanks to me for literally dirt cheap. If any of those tanks you saw on the list are outstanding to you, because some of them are outstanding, I'm going to tell you, I have some of those tanks, then it's a great deal. If nothing jumps off the page at you, hey man, just hold on to your business and, you know, wait for the next time. As you can see on mine, I have right now 227,000. For me, at this point, if I wanted to get that 59D Era 3 medium tank, it was 280,000. So I'm 53,000 short. It'll cost me about 1,500 gold, really. No problem. So it's a bargain for me. The last time they had that on sale in the store was about 40. It was between 4,500 and 5,000 gold. So it just depends, you know, what do you need? What is interesting to you? Now the thing is, I'm going to show you. Let's go look at this. And let's go to the Cold War. Let me show you. Premium Tech Tree. Here we go. All right. There is the Type 59D front and center, 280,000. Fish says it's terrific. I mean, it's very good. Era 3. I think this is a medium tank, right? I'm not sure. There it is. Yeah, it's a medium. So 3140 hit points for a medium tank is quite outstanding. It's cool. Now the thing is, I have this one which I really like, and I really don't think I need that tank, although it's cool. And that is, ta-da, M60AX. Now this butt kicker, 3,300 points, medium. This to me is the butt kicker of the, well, to me, I think it's the best medium tank in the game, period. And I'm not a medium tank guy, so that means whatever it means to you. I score in this tank, that's all it means to me. I score in this tank, I can play this tank, and it's fantastic. So, you know, do I really need the M59D? Not really. Or Type 59D, sorry. Very good? Yes. But do I need it? Not really. So it just all depends on your personal taste. I mean, this is a really good tank. Let's look and see. I don't think this one has a rocket, does it? Let's look and see. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I don't think so. Doesn't look like a rocket to me. Nope, it's just a regular gun. So that's fine. Reload time 6.6 is pretty good. Can't argue with that. Accuracy 0.28 stock. That's some good accuracy. 50% silver bonus, 25% tank bonus, 10% commander. Just doesn't, you know, I don't know. It's really good, but I don't have to have it. I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just wait. Hard to say. But this is a butt kicker. It's one of those things. If this is the one you want, great tank. Or if you want, you know, more than one. But like I said, I already have the AX. And to me, this is the bomb diggity bomb. This is the bomb diggity bomb of Era 3 medium tanks. And to me, it's the best overall. I don't know. It just works for me. And it's one of those things. If it works for you, that's all you have to say. So if I don't have this tank, the Type 59D is much more attractive because it's right there in the same, you know, era category. It's right there. It's just one of those things. Again, in the end, only you can answer this. Now let me show you the skin on this Leopard. This is known as the Huntress. This is the Leopard 1A1. The weakness of this tank is that the armor is not awesome. It's, you know, it's average. But man, the skin looks awesome, doesn't it? I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's a real solid tank. It's just not great, in my opinion. I'm not a great medium player, so that's my, you know, it might be me more than others. So again, it's subjective. You have to make your own call. I just wanted to give you information that will help you. So we're going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. Please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. Remember, I make an average of over 2 videos a day. Tell your friends so they can like and subscribe as well. It'll be awesome. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.